a promise we made in the Declaration of Independence, that we are each endowed with the right to liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
Did you hear that? I mean, did you maybe not hear that? Good mid-morning, guys. After this morning, the morning video at least, this was kind of interesting to run across this morning. Did you notice the word that our illustrious vice president forgot while quoting the Declaration of Independence? Maybe you didn't. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Apparently, the cackling hen and the rest of the Democrat Party doesn't believe life is a God-given right. She just said it herself, right? That our God-given right are liberty and the pursuit of happiness, no life. That shouldn't come as any surprise to anybody, okay? And I'll give it to you this way. For the last, 10, 12, 15, however many years, conservatives have been called fascists, Nazis, whatever, right? Okay, we've all got the business card with, 86,000 titles underneath it: deplorable, Islamophobic, transphobic, whatever the hell. They give us every damn name in the world. Okay? And it goes right back to the principles of accuse them of what you're doing yourself. So, let's think about the word that Miss Harris left out this morning: life. What is the meaning of life, right? Okay. Nihilism. You know what that is? Okay. Let's go back to Nietzsche. Nietzsche said back in 1862 that there is no meaning to life itself. Would we agree that that's pretty much what Kamala Harris said this morning? Life doesn't even matter. We can tell that life doesn't matter based on the principles of the Democrat Party. Hey, let's kill unborn babies, right? That's fine. You look at any and everything. Their story this morning about some MS-13 guy, teenager who was convicted of raping and killing a teenager. They released him. Again, mind you, this was a kid that came across the border illegally, raped and killed a teenager, and because he was 17 years old, the Biden administration released him into the public. Okay, this is what I was talking about this morning when I said street justice. This is what's coming. Okay, and this is just more to it. But let's go back to Nietzsche a little bit here, all right? And just so you have an idea of what is coming in the future, all right? The war on religion, let's just use it that way, okay? Nietzsche was extremely critical of religion and Christianity in particular, all right? He called it that religion was a shield that mankind uses to protect itself from fear and anxiety over our morality, our insignificance, our confusion. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't use anything as a shield. I'm pretty confident in my morality because I have morals. Okay. I don't consider myself insignificant. Okay. There are people, my daughter, Mrs. P, that kind of think I'm important in this world. Even my dogs, they kind of like to get fed and walked, Somebody's got to open the door for them so they can go do their thing, right? Personally, I'm not confused. I know that I'm white. I know that I'm male. I don't have any confusion issues in my life, okay? No problem. So not using that as a shield to protect, using religion as a shield to protect me from any of those, because I don't have any of those ailments. Okay? But let's think about a little bit more about what Nitschke was and what Kamala Harris talked about and what the Democrat Party kind of falls under. Now, you know who was a great believer, a true follower of Nitschke's teachings? Certain guy with a tiny little mustache right about there. Okay? Nitschke believed, and so did our German friend there, and a current German friend we have too, by the name of Klaus, okay, felt that there were superior people, okay? Nitschke called them the overmen, all right? People that should be able to do whatever they want, and the weaker folks would have to deal with it. It was Nitschke's master and slave philosophy. Does this sound familiar with what we're going through? Okay. As Nitschke put it, there is no justice or equality, not equity, equality. There is no justice or equality, only power and weakness. Okay. That is what Nitschke believed in, right? Does that sound like history from 80 years ago? Does that sound like history from 80 seconds ago? Yes, on both, okay? Nitschke was not an advocate for democracy. Does that sound familiar? Okay. As Nitschke put it, the good politicians divide mankind into two classes, tools and enemies. Does that sound familiar at all? Sheep and wolves. The sheep are the tools. The wolves, us, are the enemy. Okay? Guys, I don't know how many millions of ways I can explain this to people. But this is exactly the philosophy that today's Democrats are following. Today's communists, okay? I mean, today's Nazis, which is the Democrats, because this is their philosophy, straight out of Nitschke's playbook. Don't give me any of this anti-fascist crap, okay? The fascists are the Bidens, the Clintons, the Harrises, the Schiffs, the Nadlers, the Pelosi's, the Schumers, the AOCs, the Ilhan Omars. Those are your fascists. Antifa, if they knew what they were talking about, would see this, but they don't have a freaking clue. They are projectionists. Again, they will always project onto others what they are doing themselves. Go read a little bit about what Nitschke wrote and start figuring out how it applies directly to what is going on with the World Economic Forum, to the Democrat Party, to everything. I don't have to tell you that Madam Vice President has no belief in the God-given right of life. You saw it, and so did a whole bunch of other people yesterday when she decided life isn't important to her, at least not your life.